In 2008, while seated around a bonfire in Masai Mara, they came up with Bonfire Adventures. Simon and Sarah Kabu have built what is arguably one of the most successful travel agencies in East Africa. In today's episode, we sit down with this power couple and walk the entrepreneurial journey with them to find out how they built their empire on their own terms. Thank you so much for allowing us into your lovely home. You guys are such an inspiration to many. We see your wonderful, beautiful, plush lifestyle on social media, and many people assumed that it just happened overnight. Is that the case? Can you tell me a little bit about your background?
Who is Simon Kabu? I was born in Central Highlands, somewhere in Nyeri, 4 decades ago, from a peasant farmer and humble civil servant. So I used to go to school like any other normal kid, without shoes. Tunabeba maji kwa shule, tunabeba ash, tunaenda kumwaga kwa class because it was not cemented. But I was a very brilliant kid. Position 1, I think, from class 1 to class 8. It was only class 6 where I got position 2. Nililia sana.
I was brought up in the Mount Kenya Highlands, somewhere in Embu district, brought up by a banker, and my mom was a housewife. My mom really used to inspire us that she would not want to see her daughters being housewives. We should learn to work hard. She used to work very hard in the farms, and that's where she mentored me. I was not an A material like him. I was a C material, but still I had a lot of passion and hunger for success.
How did you guys meet?
Our meeting was by, let me call it fate, destiny. At one particular point, at that year, something happened in our family that my parents couldn't afford college fees for me. So I was either to drop out of school, which now it was inevitable. I came to Nairobi Route 44, I became a makanga.
Apa Githurai?
Yes, Githurai Zimmerman 44, so I used to beba there.
What?
So I beba there for whole year plus, because there was some riots at that particular time, so it was 1 year and something. So I was able to gather enough money to go back to university to clear my education.
That's very inspiring.
In fact, I could have opted to stay as a makanga because it was very sweet. Niko na pesa kila siku, alafu there were so many ladies around at particular time. But I was feeling going back to Kabu, but I was focused. I knew my goal was to clear my university. So I said, even if this makanga is sweet right now, let me gather the money. And I went back to school and I cleared the university. When I cleared the university, if you see maziwa asubuhi kwa kioski yako, know that there are some people who have the whole night have been working to make sure that you get that milk. That's the work I was doing. Working at night, delivering. I was a graduate, but I was a third boy. Imagine, third boy wa truck ya maziwa.
And this is with a degree?
Yes. But now I knew that because that is what was forthcoming at that particular time. I said I have to take it because my parents were not well off and I didn't have anything else to do. And I knew one time I'll use it as a stepping stone. I knew I have to succeed. Fast forward, 2007, you guys know what happened. There were some CRs everywhere. That time there was no WhatsApp group. We had something we call Google Groups. Where, yes, it's an email.
Yahoo and Google.
Yes. So there was a young professional group that was called Kazi Africa.
Kazi Africa.
Yes, where we were talking about anything and everything, starting from dating, jobs, searching, politics.
This is before Kina Facebook and whatnot.
Yes. So that's where Sarah was and that's where I was.
In that young professional group.
Yes.
Kazi Africa.
Yes. Now we were talking about anything and everything. And we had never met. It had like 5,000, 10,000 people. We had never met. So one person floated the idea, why can't we guys meet? So we were chosen among the organizers of that team building. We went for team building at Kenya, December to 2007, and it was very sad. So we met people you had never. I had wanted to meet Sarah because of the way she was contributing, and I'm sure.
And I had never met her by that time. It was just online.
Yes, I'm sure Sarah, you had wanted to meet me too.
Yeah, as in I was just open-minded, but I knew that what we say is what I had been advised by my elders, and that's what I also advise the youth is that when you're single and searching, you can't sit in the house. So every event you hear that is somewhere, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a seminar, whatever it is, just go there. You never know who you will meet. So for me, I was just going normally. I didn't know whether it actually, that's the least thing I expected, but I knew that I'll meet some nice, interesting young people, and maybe it might be my lucky day.
Yes, and lucky it was.
At Lukenya now, huh?
Yes. What happened? We went to Lukenya. We took photos and all that. Now later, we posted photos on Facebook of that event.
That time.
Yes. The time Facebook now was starting
just
to
starting out,
yes.
yeah.
So there are those people who didn't attend. They said, "Hey, it was so nice. We missed." Because people didn't think at first it was a serious thing. Those when you post the photos, the guys who were there who didn't, who may say, "Hey, we want another one." Then the same guys who organized the first one were to organize the second one. You know, we're organizing for free. So no one wanted to be a part of the organizing team.
But you guys took it upon yourselves and you said,
yes, it means Sarah and some other people. So we organized another one going to Naivasha. So again, it was very, very popular. Guys, the say, hey, we need to be doing this more often. Now it started taking toll on us because we were working in different places.
Of course.
So other people now decided they won't organize. So as me and Sarah organized the third event. That time, unfortunately, things happened, the post-election, so we stayed a little bit without organizing something. Then when the country healed, guys said, because we were people from different political background, people said, guys, we need to meet and heal.
Yes.
You know. Then the other people were tired of organizing. Me and Sarah organized now the final one.
Yes.
When we organized, coincidentally, there were other people in the corporate world. A person asked us, "Can you do team building?" We said yes.
Now, was asking you guys together.
Yes, because you just both of us were organizing.
Yes.
We were not even dating by
Yes.
It was just organizing. So we said yes, because where I was working in corporate a lot, so we had done a lot of team building. So I had an idea what team building was. Then we Googled and we were able to say yes.
Yes.
That corporate gave us a team building to do. So we took them to Longonot. I remember I was a facilitator, and Sarah was helping with other things, doing the coconut thing on top of
So, where did you learn team building?
You know, if you have attended several,
Yes.
you at least know some of these
Yes.
games.
They were to pay us some money now. So they asked us, how do we pay you? What is the check name? We didn't know there was supposed to be a check. We thought they would send us to a pesa. No, we got confused. We didn't know now it is, we don't have some, they said they cannot do a check to our names.
Individuals, yeah.
Now, we had some people at Sharia house, we called to get the name. That time, we were in Masai Mara, there was a bonfire. We asked ourselves, Sarah, what might bring us back? Because related to the name Bonfire, which was there, we said Bonfire Adventures. We searched the name, it was available. Then there were a lot of protocols in the registration of business then. So we got the check, Bonfire Adventures, and we stayed with it for 3 months. It was, I think, 30,000, I think. That was the sweetest money that we have ever earned, because it was something that we did to building. Now this is our money,
and it was yours,
Yes, it was our money. Now that time we had to register a company, both of us, because we are the one doing this. So it's just a company, and now after that, now we started organizing. Our friends ask us, where else do we go? Now it became like a business. We started dating because we are meeting every day,
of course,
and something led to the other. And now we became, now we started dating. I had a relative who had a desk sharing with other people in town, Koinange State. So he was not using it, so we asked him, how, can we pay you to use this desk? He said yes, in fact I've not been using it. So we paid him and we got a desk. That's where in the evening we used to come, either lunchtime or evening, either me or Sarah used to come and meet our clients.
And at what point did you now see, this thing is real, let us quit and continue doing Bonfire?
The day we did that first complete job
Yes.
is the day we realized that, of course, there is an opportunity, because Also, several other corporates contacted us, and after that, as in, we were still posting photos of where we would travel, and the requests were quite a lot for people asking when is the next trip. So, like, there was no turning back. Yeah, so after some time, we realized we cannot be able to work and at the same time we're in business.
Yeah, of course, now it was getting hectic.
It was getting hectic. We first, there was a need to get a person to stay in the office permanently. We got one staff.
Your first employee?
Yes, who stayed there in the office. Then to go over. After some time now, I asked Sarah why she can resign where she was working and first join the Bonfire Adventures full time, which she did. In fact, it was a gamble because we didn't know how it would be, but she took a step of faith. And you know, to join a company that she does not know how it would be. That time I remember one time we didn't have food. You remember?
I used to wake up in the morning and maybe I would warm the ugali that remained last night and the kamboga. So we eat and then sasa tunakunywa chai, so we are covered for the day. I think we survived on ugali only.
Yeah. And now I can only imagine, you know, you've come from having a salary and you've been used to having that regular income, and now you've entered this challenge where nothing is guaranteed. You almost have to just survive on a day-to-day basis.
On one meal a day.
On one meal a day.
Yeah.
What other challenges did you face during this period besides the money?
What we face is acceptability. We were young people, not known, and to tell people to come and pay money for you to take them somewhere, it was quite. I remember we didn't have a receipt at one time, so one of the client paid. The client came to pay some money and said, "I want a receipt." We never received. We thought now it is. You know, at first we thought it was just friendship. Yeah. But now it became a business. Someone is paying money, and you don't know. No, he said he cannot pay. Then we went to Nakumat, we bought that receipt, the normal receipt. He said, no, I can't accept this. You have just bought now. Yeah. So what we did, we told him, now what we can do, we can have a stamp. You know, there are those people on the street who make stamps. Yes. Rubber stamps. So we made the rubber stamp and now stamped that receipt, and now it became a little bit genuine. And we accepted it. So it took some time before we were accepted, because people didn't know us and how we would, we were not a company that is known. So, and Kenyans again didn't have a lot of information on travel. So when you tell them we are going to Masai Mara, they don't know where Masai. They ask, where is it? Where is it, near where? People didn't know anything. So we had to give people a lot of information. Some people, when you put things on Facebook, they didn't know whether it was genuine or not. So they had, after people travel now, we put the photo that, yes, me have traveled. We grew from the word of mouth. The word of mouth is what made our company to grow. So it made, but with the word of mouth, people are able now to authenticate that this is genuine and this is real and the cost is this. That's how we're able to grow.
Wow. Let's pause there and take a break as we move to today's top tip.
Do you remember the last time you were going on leave? Did you leave an OOO message? What did it read? There's this fear that an OOO, out of office message, could make you be perceived as a slacker. However, OOOs, if effectively used, whether during vacation, a conference, or the big moments in our lives like the birth of a child, can create social connection with recipients. Successful people see out-of-office emails as an opportunity to add value and continue to make an impact, even when they are not around. Here are 4 ways you can leverage the out-of-office message. 1. Use it even while working. You don't have to be on vacation to enable your out-of-office email. If you're speaking at a conference or taking part in an off-site team-building exercise, include this in your message. Your message could read, I am speaking at the annual Entrepreneurship Summit with limited access to email. For the time being, check out the other great speakers at the event. Doing this highlights the activity, showcases other great people, and in turn may heighten your stature by association. 2. Give a link to an article. If you're trying to engage people while you're out of office, try including a link to an article you either wrote or find interesting and relevant to your work and brand. 3. Give a sneak peek of what's going on. Let people know what you will be doing, whether it is launching a new product or planning a rebrand. give people a good excuse to circle back when you return to engage you in a meaningful way. 4. Share a recent accomplishment. Let people know about an award your company won or an important appointment for one of your team members. If you are proud of it and it's information that the public is permitted to know, share it. The out-of-office email is not the time to temporarily check out from your job. It is your opportunity to continue the forward momentum of your career, to keep people posted on the interesting things you are accomplishing and the impact you are making. Do yourself a favor and take advantage of it.
And how is it working as a couple? Because that is something that many people, if you ask, they tell you, if you can try and avoid it, but you guys have managed to pull it off very successfully.
I have not lived the other way of maybe everyone running their own show. So I may not be able to say whether it's better to work together or not. But for me, I feel that's how things should be, because if you look even from the start, Adam and Eve were in the same garden. But it requires a lot of wisdom to be able to work together without many conflicts and all. For me, I don't know how it would be if he was not in the company, because everyone has their roles and we respect each other.
That's amazing. And how big is your staff now that you oversee?
Right now, I think we are going to 200 people direct from the company, but we have others like 1,000, the tour guides, the excursion people across the world, because we do packages from Alaska to Cape Town. There's some people in South Africa who depend on us, some people in Dubai who depend on us, and that's one of the reasons. That's what keeps us going and makes us wake up every morning, because we know there's somebody somewhere, not even in Kenya, someone somewhere in Kathmandu in Nepal who depends on what I do. So if I fail, I'll have failed the family of a person in Kathmandu.
And if there was anything that you would have done differently, Sarah, what would it be?
Setting systems before starting, because now I did the other way. I started, then systems fell in place. So that is one thing that I'll do differently. Yes.
And of course, because you've got this love and this passion for traveling, and you're both so a big part of the business, would you say that there are any moments where you take risks, where you've had to say, let's just go with God now, besides the time that you quit your job?
In this business, in hospitality business, every part is a moving part, moving. So you find we take risk every day. We make decisions that some people are not happy with, decisions that we feel if it backfires, it backfires for forever. And hospitality is one of the most difficult business that you can ever have. It's not like selling a good. If I sell for you this, it is this, and it is like that. Hospitality, there are so many other factors that affect us. Our business is affected by, we have Ebola in Liberia or Sierra Leone. Yes. People do cancellation for Masai Mara. And someone who is cancelling is in Spain. You tell them, guys, it is us who should be refusing you guys to come to Kenya. We are 5,000 kilometers from Sierra Leone. You are 500 kilometers from Sierra Leone. And you are cancelling to come to my... But this is Africa.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find something happens in Garissa, cancellation is done. So it's one of the most difficult business that you can be able to do, because it's service and you have to give good service. And yes, and we are up to task. That's why we have won the African leading tours travel agent at Kenyan travel agents 2017 and 2018 in a row, because of going extra mile to be able to give the clients what we promise.
And so for a young person watching who wants to, like, say, venture into the travel agency business, what would you say are the key ingredients that someone would need?
Someone should know that it's not just traveling. You don't just open an office and open a Facebook page and people start streaming in. There is so much that is done behind the scenes. You just need to give the clients what you promise. That is the secret. Yes.
Well, hopefully I might have earned myself a trip to Santorini. Thank you so very, very much. That was wonderful. And as you know, we have a segment here where we will be asking someone who is coming up in the industry, a young person who we are trying to mentor, to sit with you guys and find out exactly what it took for you guys to get here, so that you guys can give them some of your wisdom. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
that's
No
okay.
problem.
Thank you so very much, Sarah and
Okay.
Simon. Our mentee today is a lovely lady by the name of Helen Karimi. While she studied procurement and is currently working in the investment space, she is no slouch when it comes to entrepreneurship, having participated in a number of conferences sponsored by both Facebook and Google. Today she sits down with the power couple Simon and Sarah Kabu of Bonfire Adventures to find out what exactly does it take for one of the aspiring youth to make it to the top in such challenging times.
My name is Helen Jerry Karime and I am 22 years old, a financial advisor at Old Mutual Group, and I cannot wait to meet the Kabus. It's a couple that I have followed for the longest time on social media, and I totally cannot wait to meet them and to just talk to them and to listen to their story, because they are an inspiration to many and to basically all we young people. And let's just go and get to meet them. I am so honored to be here. You know, I always follow you up on social media, and I'm like, wow, this is my ultimate couple goals. And I would love to know, maybe as the CEO and as the MD, in your college years, did you ever see yourself becoming a CEO or an MD?
You know, sometimes when you're in school, you do not think life would be the way it is. Sometimes you find yourself out of what you learned.
Yeah.
Ile tulisomea kampu ama kole, unafaida hata hujaenda that way.
For sure.
There's an element of destiny that shapes your life.
Yes.
Uli meet watu gani? Ulikuwa yani ulianza job gani ama ulienda intern wapi? Vile unajikare ukiwa kole, it determines your life.
Yeah, at first, when people are in college, including us, the first priorities inakuanga kupata job poa.
Yeah.
So it usually, like, the focus is at that time is to get a job. But when now you start working, wherever you will start to work is what will shape your destiny.
Internet never forgets. Kitu ulifanya some years ago. You know that time you are yourself.
Yes.
When you go kwa social media sengine uko yourself. When unaandika hiyo kitu, you are not under any duress. So that is your real you. So tunakujua mtu akianalyze social media yako. So a person can be able to tell what kind of person you are from what you post.
Whether it's in pseudo accounts
Yes.
or what,
Yeah.
because the IT people have the IP addresses of your phone and computer, so they are able to do their homework and tell what kind of a person
that you are.
Yeah.
Where are we young people losing at when it comes to following the process here? And especially for you guys working as a couple, and the fact that you just stuck in together and you're ready to do this for better, for us. You know, we are going for it. And I'd love to know what advice you'll give we young people who expect things to come up the popcorn way.
What I would like to tell you guys is that there's no shortcut to success. Haiko. If you want to do things legit way, you have to work hard and work smart. People just say, I need to work smart. No, you need even to work hard.
Maybe someone has freshly graduated as a lawyer or an accountant, and you want, after working for 1 year, you already want to open your law firm. Who will come to give business to this small law firm that has even no case that it can show that they have done? The reason why you should stay in those big law firms for maybe like 5 years, for me, I say, for the youth, plan to work in an established organization for like 5 years, because when you're in that organization, you will get so much experience to running big projects, so that by the time you now start your own, you are experienced.
Business is not for everyone.
That's the hard truth that you need to know.
Whether you want it or not,
Yeah.
learn to stick to your lanes. There are those people who are able to rise in corporate world and in their career. Learn what type of a person you are. because we still need the CEOs, we still need the general managers of big corporates.
Bonfire Adventures is already a renowned company and it's so well established. And in our eyes as young people, we are like, oh, okay. It has continuously grown, and I'd love to know, to us at the peak of our eyes, we think that you're already at the peak of the industry, and I'd love to know maybe where do you see yourself maybe in the next decade?
One time, the way the Aristotles of this world, the people who discovered what, let it be Simon Kabu and Sarah Kabu, they're the one who transformed this to be the way it is.
For this second segment, you don't have to be a bit serious. You can now ease up, and we'll have the quick fire ones where we'll have 5 questions and 5 questions for you. And we begin with Mrs. Kabu. Dream destination and the best destination yet.
Dream destination was always to go on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and I already ticked it. So right now, I think I've ticked most of my dream destination. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so it's basically your best destination yet?
Best destination yet, I'm thinking it will be Hawaii, which I'm planning to go next year. But let's see how it, if I compare, it will be better than the cruise ship experience.
Do you prefer outdoors or indoors?
Outdoors.
Outdoors, definitely.
Yes.
If your life was a book, what title would it be?
Why work hard if you can't play hard?
Oh, nice. That is really nice. And for you, Simon, what city would you most likely to live in, if not in Nairobi?
Now that one, it must be Dubai.
Do you prefer waking up early in the morning or working late in the night?
I work late.
If you are not in the tourism industry, what will you be doing?
I will be talking, that is, I will be marketing anything. I can sell ice cream to an Eskimo.
And I believe you're a football fan, so Manchester or Arsenal?
Man U.
Man U. So that's it for that segment, and thank you so much for your time.
So as you're planning your next destination wedding or just want to disappear somewhere on the globe for no reason whatsoever, remember today's story of Simon and Sarah Kabu of Bonfire Adventures. Thank you for watching Top Job. My name is Monesi Musalia, and remember, it's all about power moves only.
My dad lent me an office, by the way, in Lavington, the same place where Marini was. And I remember he would, because he was retired, so he was just doing his businesses. So sometimes he'd find me asleep. And he'd ask me, like, why aren't you going to your business? Like, what are you doing at home? And I would just like come up with an excuse. And I knew deep down I'm afraid, but I wouldn't tell him that. I'm like, oh, you know, they're still renovating, they're still painting the walls, blah, 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 blah. So one day he just walked into my room and he told me, Michelle, if you don't go to work in this week, I'm taking back the office from you.
It's done.
It's a done deal.